Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name is Tyra Bell. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Insta, Twitter, all of that. My links are down below. There's going to be 4 piles today. This is going to be what's improving in my life at this time. We just had the Lionsgate portal, so hopefully you set your intentions, you got your energy right. I heard got your money right. So we're gonna see what's manifesting for you at this time, what's coming in, what's leaving. We have lots of other styles of videos on this channel, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, like I already said. Also, check out our other content. I am putting together a 3-part series for the summer. Part 1 and 2 are already live on the channel. So make sure you check out my summer diary series. And my sister just uploaded a video. We have a joint channel. My sister just loaded a video about people pleasing. It's very funny, very lighthearted, so make sure you check that out. Just a reminder that readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. So if you hear something that you do not like or something that does not resonate, do not absorb that information. It's only for whoever's meant to hear it. Not every single thing you hear will resonate. So make sure you only take what resonates. Again, there'll be 4 piles. So pile 1 is this emerald stone. Pile 2, this dragon's blood jasper. Pile 3 is this red jasper. And pile 4 will be the ring. And once this video is no longer live, you can just jump straight down to the description and pick your pile. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can share this video. Just know that any love or comments, or if you're in the chat with me live, any good vibes, good energy you send to my channel will return to you tenfold. So I really thank you for being here, and I'm very, very excited to channel for you today. Okay, let's get into pile 1. Pile 1, you chose the emerald stone. It's a very pretty stone. Yeah, let's get into it. It's going to take me just a second to get the cards set up. So if you don't want to see that part or that bit, I tend to channel as I'm going to. So if you don't want to see the shuffling, just skip ahead a bit. Alright, what's improving in your life at this time, pile 1? Pile 1, you may be dealing with like immature people. Also, you may be in denial about something that's actually really positive, like you may be gaslighting yourself about something that's actually very positive for you. So be careful of that. See things clearly. Hopefully we can clear the air with this reading. Clear the room, almost said. So don't gaslight yourself out of your blessings. Gas yourself instead. Gas yourself up. Someone may be dealing with a legal issue, and just know that, or if there's like a public case that you're watching, just know that the outcome will be in whatever favor you wanted it to be in, your favor. Also, Pile 1, make sure you're being proud of whatever you've established for yourself during this summer, even if if it feels small and insignificant. It is not. Spirit wants you to know that it is not that small and or insignificant. Be proud of yourself. Again, they're saying gas yourself. Let's get a few more cards and then I'll be ready to channel for you. I keep hearing checks and balances, so I don't know how it applies, but someone's going to be checking the checks and balances. I'm hearing stability, making sure something is right, accurate, stable. Also, they're saying to you, whatever's improving in your life at this moment, you may not see it right away, and that's okay. That's okay if you can't see it. You will see it in the future. So this message might not resonate right away. This might be predictive, which is intended to be predictive, but just if you needed that reminder. And the future can change. So if you don't, like, again, if you hear something you don't want to hear, just know that you can always change the future to some degree. So current energies that are supporting you. I want to say whatever disappointing lesson you've learned. My lighting is very strange right now. Sorry, I apologize. Whatever disappointing lesson you went through recently, whatever you learned from that situation is the energy that is supporting you. So that's why Spirit's saying, like, gas yourself. Maybe you were learning some body image lessons, like I'm hearing body dysmorphia potentially, some body love lessons. This year specifically was really important about building self-esteem, self-awareness, learning more about yourself, raising your maturity level, and removing distractions, protecting yourself from, I'm hearing limiting beliefs or just energies that maybe made you doubt yourself, investments that made you feel depleted or disappointed. So I want to say you're learning to let your guard down just a little bit and learning where to place your energy. So that's the energy that's supporting you at this time, is whatever lesson you've learned regarding your self-esteem, where to take action, when to take action, who to invest in. I'm hearing reciprocation, maybe leaving disingenuine situations, or ingenuine situations, sorry. So your ancestors are really, really proud of you for whatever lessons you've acquired, despite how many times you had to meet your shadow or meet other people's shadows. You've done it with grace. So that's the energy you're riding off of, is this empowerment. So don't hang your head too low. There's something really, really good on the other side. What's leaving your life at this time? I would say memories, old connections, isolation, due to some sort of healing that you're doing. This empowerment has made you a very self-aware, intuitively aware person. You're seeing beyond the 3D. You're seeing beyond the veil at this time. So what's leaving your life? I want to say 3D thinking, being lost in the past, in past memories, disappointments, overthinking. You're coming out of overthinking. You're going to start seeing some really clear visions and or getting really powerful downloads, upgrades, things like this. So if pile 1, you were dealing with a third party situation, I think you saw it for what it was, and you empowered yourself. You chose to leave that situation. You trusted your intuition when something was wrong. So what's leaving your life is, I want to say, any time that you've ever disempowered yourself by going against your intuition, you're learning not to do that. Not to overthink, to accept things as they are and move forward, letting the past go. I think you understand now that when I don't overthink and I trust my intuition, or this is what the lesson maybe is supposed to be, is when I let go, I improve myself and I'm allowed to have new options. So you are learning to trust when your intuition is telling you something is wrong. Maybe there was an ending of a relationship and spirit is potentially granting you with a new one. So that's what's leaving. I want to say old memories and doubting yourself and your intuition. What's improving? No longer ignoring the red flags. No longer ignoring the red flags. Understanding that when you ignore sneaky behavior, someone's infidelity, someone's being two-faced, living different lives, when someone is not being authentic or moving in their confidence, that's improving. You're not going to ignore it, and you're not going to allow yourself to play safe and match that energy. You're learning to have a lot more confidence in your abilities and your beauty, and really go for people that are available and that are aligned with who you are. And I think you're realizing that these people will show their cards. They'll be way more authentic and willing to show you that they're available and that they align with your same amount of confidence, amount of beliefs, or align with your beliefs. So they won't be deceptive. They will be genuine and authentic. Everything will be done in the light. So I want to say what's improving, you're learning not to play it safe. It feels like this is about relationships. so take it as it resonates. But it just feels like this is about relationships. So you're learning like it's a trap when you can feel that someone is being sneaky and or manipulative, not being authentic, not being genuine. And you'll think you're also tying this to realizing like, oh, you're not very secure in yourself. I am secure in myself, therefore I will go be with someone who is equally secure. So and I think Spirit is making it very clear to you who is available to you and who's a match to you. So that's what, like, improving your intuition is helping you realize this. So that's what's improving. No more ignoring the red flags. So you don't get into situations that are dead ends. How the current situation will change things. So whatever situation you're in presently, what will change? You are about to receive some sort of message regarding something that was a success, or something that is going to bring you some sort of acclaim, or I'm hearing representation, also just recognition, even if this is in a small way. I'm hearing Dean's List for somebody. So there'll be a message regarding some sort of victory, and it's going to be semi-public or very public. So whatever you've been investing into, pouring your time and energy into, is going to give back to you. You will have a victory. So that will be the change that's coming in the future. And if this is love related, it's like you will be approached by someone that sees you in a very, 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 very high light. And you will want to invest in this person just as much as they want to invest in you. Do know that your finances are improving, especially as you continue to release situations that are untrustworthy, but also operate in more genuine, in your own genuine thoughts, feelings, because that's what real confidence is, right? Owning your circumstances, owning who you are as a person. Also be willing for really big change here. So how your current situation will improve the future. You're going to have some sort of victory. This could be in love, but I'm seeing mostly within a project. There will be some sort of message that comes through to you. I'm seeing this as like a 3D message, something you'll get to celebrate around whatever you've been investing in. But if it's spirit as well, pay attention to that. So if it's telepathic messages through your dreams, signs and synchronicities, pay attention to that as well. What's being activated at this time in your life? How are you being activated? You're freeing yourself of any clinging. You're understanding, like, when I cling on to something that I know doesn't serve a purpose in my life anymore, I'm not allowing myself the freedom to begin anew or start off on a brand new slate. So I want to say what's being activated is your childlike sense of wonder, your freedom, your ability to take new risks, your ability to move through the unknown happily without clinging on to anything that is keeping you anchored into like impatience or some sort of manipulation, deceit, things like this. So you're not clinging on to anything anymore. That's how you're being activated, and it's taking you along a brand new journey that is requiring detachment. So this is a little bit of advice as well. But that's what's being activated. I would say detachment, being a bit of a fool, not allowing nonsense, Spirit is saying. So if Spirit is like, hello, this person is manipulative and lying, they're saying it's okay not to cling on to that, detach from that, free yourself of it, and they will always open up that new door, that new pathway. So that's what's being activated. I think the understanding that, like, oh, if this isn't serving me, if this isn't healthy, if people are moving like snake around me, Spirit will always open a new door for me, and I will always have a fresh slate. So don't be impatient. Don't cling to anything. Be very, very patient and allow those doors to open up when they do. And also allow yourself to start anew, to begin again as many times as you want. And it's okay to celebrate when it's time to start over. Don't ever limit however many times you can start over. So that's what that understanding is being activated within you at this time. Message of I almost said window. So window of opportunity, pile 1. Message of wisdom from your guides. Someone is a singer here. Someone has vocals, and if this isn't music related, this could be public speaking, anything that has to do with the throat chakra, communication. Maybe you had a disappointing situation revolving your abilities, your throat chakra. So if this was within a relationship or a deceptive situation, it had to do with communication to some degree, or the way that you express yourself. Maybe this situation was tied to your money as well. So the message of wisdom from your spirit guides. Something really difficult is coming to an end. So this is like a contract. This could also be someone in a toxic or limiting contract, a binding contract. That is coming to an end. But it's obviously very disappointing and limiting and not a good situation, right? I can see all that. Message of wisdom. I feel like I can hear you feeling it's very, very deceptive energy around you right now. Very, very, you feel trapped in this situation. That's not true. Someone should work with Shango, burn a candle for Shango in this situation. If it's as intense as I'm seeing it. There are going to be a lot more answers coming into you, answers that you need. So make sure you're listening to your intuition. I feel like my guidance would not be enough for whoever this reading is. So you have to trust it yourself. You have to rely on yourself. Just know that if you're worried about your money, don't be. Spirit is saying that should be the least of your worries. You will be fine financially. You will be taken care of. Make sure you're celebrating this ending, especially if this is a contract. It's worth waiting it out for. There will be, I did say something about a court case. There will be a positive outcome. Victory, we talked about that as well. Someone should work with Shango. It definitely, if you're wondering if you should leave this situation, please leave this situation. Yes, Spirit is giving you the green light. There will be big changes. It's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. Okay? So make sure you follow your own intuition. I feel like whatever your guides want to communicate to you has either already been communicated or will come to you. What's manifesting in your life? I want to say through this, it feels like a huge death and rebirth. So there's going to be an ego death if it hasn't happened already. Feeling like a whole new person, but this is going to help you be way more in touch with your emotions. So I want to say Spirit is saying this has already happened to a certain degree. Make sure you're getting outside in the rain if it rains near you, or near a pond. Make sure you're communicating your feelings. So before this transformation, you may have had a hard time communicating how you feel. Make sure you're authentic when it comes to how you communicate. want to say you're understanding it's worse to be surrounded by people who are deceptive than it is to live in my authenticity and maybe have less chatter around me. I hope I said that right. Like, I have less to compete with or combat when I'm being genuine about how I feel. Let's get some oracle cards just for additional advice. So what's manifesting in your life? I want to say like genuine expression of emotion. It could be receiving this, but it also could be giving it. But I want to say like this is already happening. This is not a prediction as well. And there was some sort of ego death that came along with that. So take the good with the bad and the bad with the good so you can be rebirthed. And we talked about starting anew. This energy is very intense. And the ego death could have been some sort of like humiliation ritual. But remember to remain in your abundant mindset, to remember that, these spiritual lessons we acquire are healthy. Not to say that you deserve whatever it is to be made fun of, to whatever, to be deceived. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying you should feel guilty. I'm saying that it's beneficial when we get to work on our ego. And that's an abundant mindset, is like, I'm going to use this opportunity to improve myself. I'll never, abundance on the bottom. What did I just say? I'll never let, a situation define who I am, because I am a multitude of things. I'm ever changing, growing. I'm hearing superseding people's expectations. One second. Yeah, so, and no one wants to hear it. We have a new romantic cycle begins on the bottom. People don't want to hear it, but, we're here to evolve ourselves. And we do have the Saturn card here, which is associated with a lot of things. And so if you're going through like a Saturn return, especially if you've been operating out of you can be a feminine and be operating out of toxic masculine energy, that will come with a lot of karmic lessons, because it's very harmful. It can be very harmful to other people. So maybe you were dealing with people like this. Insight. So on the bottom of this deck, so like I said, Spirit is going to be communicating a lot of information to you very, very soon about some past situations or connections you were in, contracts I'm hearing specifically. This could be soul contracts as well. It doesn't have to be if this isn't someone in like a music industry or a music contract, something else. Apply it how it applies. But with this Saturn energy here, it really is going to check where your morals lie, what you're going to allow, how you're going to spend your time. And it's going to allow you to liberate yourself through more self-discipline. And especially when you have people who don't have boundaries and have toxic power dynamics with this toxic masculine energy, that will feel very uncomfortable. Having healthy boundaries will feel very uncomfortable to someone who is very manipulative and or deceptive. So I want to say you're working through a lot of past energies, Saturn energies. Check when your Saturn return is. Make sure you're building on solid foundations, because Saturn will check you. So we have romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So if you're building new foundations to welcome new love, I definitely think that it's time to be intentional. It's time to be pure, meaning letting go of these past situations, but also checking your own shadow, checking to make sure that you really are learning these lessons and that you want to balance your energy with your masculine and feminine within, and not with light masculine and dark masculine. I have a video on duality. You can check out how to overcome the duality matrix, non-dualism. I'm hearing hoverboarding. Someone's going hoverboarding or has a hoverboard. Again, they're stressing that your finances are improving. There's a lot of change here. I'm hearing go get the bag. So putting in the effort to have healthy finances, healthy romantic situations, partnerships. And just know that Saturn energy is watching you. So behave. I'm hearing dominance. Something about courtship. And like self-improvement. Someone does like splatter painting. So if you're working through especially distortions at this time, really be easy on yourself. A lot of it has to do with the past. And I want to say keep seeing through manipulation, Pile 1. So ask your guides, angels, and ancestors a question at this time. You can pause this video if you need more time to think of something to ask them. And your answer is very soon, and it landed on romance. So maybe you're thinking about starting a new connection, and they're saying very soon. Very soon. If that wasn't the question, just apply it how it applies. But I appreciate you being here, Pile 1. Be easy on yourself. This energy is very, 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 very intense. It seems like this situation is also very delicate. So if you're having tower moments, I didn't have the tower here, but it feels like some sort of like ego death, which it may have already happened, but be proud of yourself for whatever you're learning. Don't play it safe. Don't play it small. Beware of overthinking, especially if it has to do with finances and love. Take it easy. I can't stress that enough. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Send this video to a friend. And I hope you enjoyed your reading. We're going to move on to Pile 2. Okay, Pile 2, you are Dragon's Blood Jasper. It takes me just a second to get the card set up, so if this is not interesting, you can skip ahead just a bit. Other than that, I do channel just a little sometimes. Some things come through. So if you're patient with me, that's great. I appreciate that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I hope you enjoy your reading. I'm hearing sacral chakra healing. Also, maybe look up a sacral chakra reading to know like what needs help. I'm also hearing diet. The sacral chakra does have a lot to do with, it's your belly, it's your womb space. So it could have, there may be a dietary situation happening. Make sure you look up the sacral and what it's all about. Study it. I'm also hearing cyclical changes. So you've maybe surpassed a level in your spiritual journey where you were having a certain situation just recycle, and maybe you finally completed that cycle. And your angels are very proud of you, they're saying. Congratulations. So maybe that had to do with your sacral, improving your sacral energy, or even your solar plexus. So just know that whatever changes occur in your life at this time, those changes are blessings from your guides. They want you to know that. So if it feels uncomfortable at first, just remind yourself, like, this is my blessing. This is me receiving my blessing. So not a good time to be in fear of change. Someone's head orisha is Obatala here. If it doesn't resonate, please do not take it. That does not necessarily mean that this isn't your reading, but if it doesn't feel like your reading, then obviously exit out this video. Yes, something really major is ending in your life, so be proud of yourself, be proud of your scars. It's something you felt like was never gonna change. It's finally giving way, and it can feel very yucky. And I just keep hearing, this could be a guide, this could be a passed on loved one. Someone's like, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. Be happy, I'm proud of you, you know? Someone really wants you to see it for what it is. I'm hearing improvements, healthy improvements. So you might be seeing the light about something. This situation may have challenged you, like challenged your faith a little bit. I'm hearing proving yourself wrong as well. Maybe you're like, I'll always be this type of person, and then you ended up being someone else. Like you're realizing, oh, I'm actually this type of person. So what current energies are supporting you? This transformation that you're going through right now is supporting you. Obatala, he is the supreme deity of Yoruba. He's androgynous. He usually is seen with white hair. He or she shapes the child in the womb, is the judge and keeper of peace, lives on the top of the mountain. So if you've been hiking or seeing mountains recently, this is your synchronicity that things are moving in your favor. I'm hearing God moves in your favor. They're telling me to remind you this. So Obatala watches over us, teaches us to practice humility. He represents the father and the mother. Lady of Mercy, rules over Sundays. Jupiter, if you see owls, doves, snails, or elephants, these are all associated with Obatala. So know that whatever transformation that is supporting you at this time, it may be taking longer than you expected, or it didn't end the way that you expected. But either way, there will be favorable outcomes. So that's the current energy that is supporting you. Some tough healing work. Some tough transformations to open up your heart chakra. I want to say if you're a masculine, to balance your feminine energy. If you're a feminine, to balance your masculine energy. So really, really be proud of all the things that you've gone through up until this point. This transformation is all about are part of your soul's lessons and journeys. Journey. But I guess we do go through small cycles, you know? So, journeys. Be proud of the work that you're doing at this time. and be proud of what's leaving as well. So what is leaving your life at this time? Whatever you're seeing in your dreams at this time, whatever you're seeing, if you get visions, any soul work that you've been journaling about, that is all what's leaving at this time. I would say a lack of empowerment, a lack of feeling in control of your reality is leaving. I think you're starting to understand when I focus on something and I put in effort and I remain dedicated and I remain humble. I'm hearing humble. And not humble meaning like self-degrading and or putting yourself last. Humble as in like humility. Like I'm a human at the end of the day. I can only do so much. When you're working through those small shadow things that pop up when you're building and you're working and you're cultivating things, and still acknowledging this can still work in my favor even though I'm dealing with this, and the third. So what's leaving is a lack of confidence in your ability to manifest things or heal, or maybe even a lack of confidence in your belief systems. So I just keep hearing diligence. Learning that when you plant a seed, all you have to do is maintain whatever work is needed without overextending yourself, obviously, and it will work in your favor and be guided by something higher, removing all those limiting beliefs. So that's what's leaving at this time is having faith in something in the unseen through ritual work, journaling. It could be your prayers, your affirmations, whatever spiritual habits and practices you do, going to church. It could be anything like this. And then remaining diligent while working through those more shadowy aspects of life and accepting that's all a part of the journey. And that is what in the end makes you a success or makes things work in your favor. What's improving? Again, self-confidence, self-empowerment, alignment. So it's like now how to get into the energy of, okay, this is what I want and this is how I want to feel when that gets here. I can also take small steps. I can also embody, and I can do the more masculine aspects, but I also want to be in alignment with how I want to feel in that position or playing that role or as that leader. So if this is like a business that you're building or something, it's like you're starting to feel the feelings. So that's what's improving. Is like, I actually feel really good in this position. I love my job. I love the role that I play. I love how much money I'm making, and really honing in on those feelings and understanding how that aligns you to the manifestation itself. It guarantees that everything is going to work on your favor. So embodiment is improving. Having faith over fear. I'm seeing a lot more investment into things that you care about, a lot clearer focus of intention, learning not to overcomplicate things as you build, as you work, things like this. You also know that you don't have to overly manipulate something that belongs to you. You just align yourself. So this is a very evolved spiritual pile. Welcome. Like, comment, subscribe. Please join my family, our little family here. I would love to have you. Good energy, good vibes, Paul too. And also heard, whoa, I didn't see that coming. So just know that like when you're in alignment and you're, you know who you are, and when you're put in a position, just know that you're going to shine. So you might not expect to be put in a position of power if you're not already there yet. You have great leadership qualities, I should tell you, if you don't know this about yourself. So just know that there will be, expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. How the current situation will change things. So how the current situation is going to change things. Maybe in the past you dealt with obsessive and or oppressive situations. So if this is like a job dynamic, an example, this is just an example, would be like being overworked and underpaid or underappreciated. So whatever transformation you're going through in life, you're learning like, okay, it's okay to invest and it's okay to work in this specific way, but I won't work in these other ways because I know that that's how I was taken advantage of in the past, and or I overextended myself or put myself in a position that was like stressful or limiting. So I want to say how this current situation is going to change things. It's going to improve your ability to invest and love and show up and give. If this is about expressing your feelings, I want to say it's gonna improve, like you'll be able to express your feelings in a way that is rooted in some sort of memory. Like you'll get to speak on things from that leadership position in a way that is very inspiring to people. And I want to say beware of manipulation with your communication. Beware of like forcing. Don't force anything. Do not force anything. So speak on what you've learned, but embodiment is enough. Embodiment is enough. So when it comes to communication, make sure you're speaking from tell the healed story. Tell the healed story. And just know that it's okay to invest into new things fully, authentically, with your whole self. Even after dealing with maybe investing in the wrong places or dealing with oppressive people or situations. I feel like this is work related. So the power is in your hands. Don't be manipulative with your emotions and or stories. So that's how things will change, is you're going to be in a position of power. I want to say, after coming out of some sort of oppression. So really be present. I think that's the best way to say it, is be present, speak authentically, tell the healed story. What's being activated? Like I said, you're completing some sort of cycle. And it has to do with overspending, oversharing, overworking. So what's being activated, you're going to share yourself, your stories, your energy, your time, your efforts in a way that makes sense. With so much information, so much like lessons acquired, I'm hearing bravery. You'll be able to tell the healed story. That's what's being activated. Some sort of completion and resolution where you'll get to celebrate. And like I said, you'll get to share whatever information you're meant to share with the collective in a very wholesome, grounded way. And it will help you move on. It will continue to help you move on. That's what's being activated. No longer giving in the wrong ways or oversharing. Learning some sort of difficult, long drawn out lesson. What is the message of wisdom from your guides? Be grounded. Be as grounded as you can, and sometimes that means pouring into the things that that you're very passionate about, but taking your time. Apply yourself fully. Be present, and especially when this comes to your partnerships, work relationships, and I heard deity work. So don't rush if you're working with Obadallah. Really moving from a space of peace and inner order. So if you're feeling chaotic, which I feel like you understand this now. This is a part of something you've learned. It's like, if I'm imbalanced, if I'm in chaotic energy, if I'm not doing my rituals and routines, then there's no work that's going to be accomplished that will benefit me in the future. I have to make sure I'm operating from a very balanced and wholesome place within myself for it to be effective. So showing up that way within your connections is very important as well. So that is the advice from your guides, is like, I want to be my full self, and when I'm doing that, I know I can show up in my endeavors in a way that makes sense, and that's how I accumulate longevity, and applying that as well to your relationships. So continue to be loving, to invest in the right places, to love unconditionally, and to not take things too seriously. Then you can avoid overworking or trying to manipulate anything. What is manifesting in your life? A fulfilling connection. And if this is not a connection, this is a fulfilling partnership, business partnership. And they're saying that to make sure that this is secured within your future manifestations, make sure you're embodying that now, which is something you're starting to understand, to know that you are already very lucky, very fulfilled, very abundant. This already exists within your reality right now. So get grounded. Even when you're going through ego deaths, even when your life is transforming in huge and major ways, even when things look upside down for a second. It's okay to go through rebirths. It's okay to embrace huge change. But accept that what you're manifesting is with you at all times. It already lies within you. Sometimes dormant if we don't acknowledge it, especially if we're moving out of fear. But I think that you understand this, Faltu. You seem a little evolved here. So even when you're in confusion, know that energy already exists. But I do see fulfilling partnerships, maybe travel, some sort of work endeavor that requires you to travel. I'm also hearing peaceful resolutions. So that's what you're manifesting at this time. But it already exists within your reality, I must stress. So take a good look around. If it's not there, it's lying dormant, and you have to start feeling those feelings. But I think you get this. Continue to protect yourself as you move through the underworld, your shadow work, this transformation phase. Like I said, you want to show up as your full self. So you got to get into the energy of feeling safe enough to do so. And I'm hearing someone, the healer on the bottom, I'm hearing someone saying shadow work's way more important than I realize. Yeah, yeah, I agree. This card was randomly on the floor and I didn't draw it, but it says, love is to live for somebody. Love is not to live with somebody. So maybe someone needed to hear that. So it may feel like your life is falling apart, but Spirit is reminding you that whatever you've been trying to manifest may have been laying dormant. So if it's falling apart, it's because Spirit is trying to give you what you've asked for or what you deserve, without you having to overwork for it. So whatever's leaving, be proud. Be proud of what's leaving. You are a shapeshifter. You adapt very well. So allow yourself to adapt. Allow it. Allow for change, they're saying. And you're going to be very proud when you get to your new beginning and you get to say, I did all that inner soul work with the help of my guides, but by myself, you know? It's very empowering. So Capricorn season might be important. You could be a Capricorn. There's also some sort of skills lying dormant. Maybe some skills that you aren't using that Spirit wants you to start tapping into. Okay. So, we have the gem. We have a lot of cards here. We have the gem, the mirror, the ocean, the dead end, the desert, the comic, magical powers, consider your foundation. You're being asked to look at how committed you are to love, and new romantic cycle begins. So if you're living with someone, I heard address the situation, especially if this is like a new partnership or new roommate situation. Address the situation. Like, I want to say commit to even if it's as simple as like housely duties. Also dormant projects, commit to your projects. So with this gem, mirror, and ocean, it's like really seeing yourself, your reflection, seeing who you are. Consider everything it took, all the transformations, all the hardship that it took to build up to who you are at this present moment, while seeing yourself on this more surface level. Allow yourself to go into your emotions and validate maybe like the evolution that needs to happen emotionally, or that has already happened. Your emotions are very, very important to your manifestations at this time. So how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the situation, pairing that with, okay, what have I actually built in the external? And why does all of these things make me a good person? What does that amount to me, not to other people? Why does it matter to do spiritual work or emotional work or trauma healing? I'm hearing, why does that matter, and how does that improve me? So maybe journal on those questions and really see yourself clearly. You're turning into a very sturdy, bright, brilliant person. So this depth that you have is essential to, like I said, your manifestations, but who you are and the work that you're meant to do in the world. There are a lot of dead ends around you, or there have been in the past, and that's why all this transformation is happening at this time. So we have the ocean and the desert. You are the ocean trying to exist within a desert. It's impossible. It's impossible. So that's a dead end situation, reflect on those situations. Maybe you had people or situations that weren't taking themselves or the situation seriously, taking things too lightly. If you're this ocean person, you can't have comedians around you all the time. They might, laugh at your spiritual journey or your transformations because they're avoiding their own work. So that's a dead end situation. You are the shapeshifter. You have, the ability to become so many different things in this lifetime, and your transformations are going to continue to make life fulfilling for you. So be adaptable, get to know yourself, take every, cycle, season seriously. Obviously not, taking the fun out of life, but just remembering that you're a magical, powerful, mystical type of person. You're meant to, whatever it is, experience different types of relationships or build longevitous things that requires a lot of depth, soul work, reflection work, and knowing who you are. So I would say alienate yourself from anything that feels limiting, restricting, a dead end. And especially if they don't take your feelings seriously, that is a red flag. If those people do not, or situations do not take your feelings seriously, even if this is a job situation, change is very essential. And if you're being put in a third party situation, if someone is willing to triangulate you in order to feel powerful, to control the situation, just know that that is a manipulation tactic. That's a dead end. So you either want to be an outside party, if you enjoy that, then of course rock with it. But I think that you definitely deserve, if it's commitment here, I do have that card about commitment. It could even be about positions. If this is like some sort of role you're meant to play, or some sort of like leadership position you're meant to have, and that person's triangulating you, making you compete for it, but you deserve it. You probably do deserve that position. So embody it. And if it doesn't come, if it doesn't happen for you, that was meant to be a dead end. Accept that. That person's not taking you seriously, and they're trying to make you work for something that you deserve. So keep moving along your path, keep manifesting what you do deserve, and focus on that soul work. Focus on your emotions and knowing who you are. This message was intense as well. I was not expecting this. Continue doing this healing work. And just know that like everyone is a reflection of you. So if you're allowing, people who are overly jokey all the time around you, in what ways are you not taking yourself seriously or nurturing yourself? Ask yourself that. Okay, so ask a question. And if you need more time, you can pause the video, ask any question, doesn't matter. Think it in your mind. You can say it out loud if you want to. The answer is yes, and it landed on shapeshifter. So someone may be like applying for a new position, a role, something like this, and you might have to take on a whole new identity. Be adaptable to the situation, but also focus on your needs. Cater to your own needs. Okay, I'm going to move on to pile 3. This reading was interesting. It was nice having you here. You're a very deep spiritual person. I can tell from the cards. I want to say be brave enough to be yourself, pile 2. Like, we need more authentic people in the world. We get a lot of scrutiny, but it's worth it. Be brave. Make sure that you beware of someone plagiarizing your work. They want me to tell you. So watch where you place your information. I'm hearing guidance. So if you're a spiritualist, watch where you're placing your information. Yeah, and if you're dealing with a third party situation, that is definitely a manipulation tactics. So get yourself out of that situation if necessary. Do not overwork for anything. What's meant to you will be yours, and you will not have to burden yourself to have it. But I think that you're learning that at this time, especially if it's love. But anyway, I'm going to move on. And let's hop into pile 3. Alright, pile 3. We have the red jasper. I think this is jasper. I'm really not sure, to be honest. But I think it's a jasper. Love TKO is playing. So this is going to be interesting. This might be a love reading. We'll see. Maybe not. It takes me just a second to get the cards organized. So if you do not want to see the shuffling, go ahead and skip forward just a few seconds. What is improving in your life at this time? I'm hearing that this is a powerful and important message for somebody. I'm also being guided to give a trigger warning. I don't know why just yet. They're just saying to give a trigger warning, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that. There might be a lot of toxicity, like underground toxicity in your environment, in your state, in your I'm even hearing for someone place of worship. So keep an eye out. Don't be blindsided if you hear something on the news. See something. I'm also hearing guilty pleasures, so know that it's not something that's going to be, this is like information or knowledge that is not happenings, things that are, I'm trying to be as censored as possible, things that are not celebrated publicly. So just know there will be information about that. It could be online as well that you might find. And they're saying to study the situation to make sure that you don't support blindly or join any organizations or be a part of something that isn't what it seems. And this is Spirit saying this is how you're going to practice your better judgment. And I'm hearing also hearing Princess Diana. But I was also hearing Make a Man Out of You, that song from Princess, what is her name? What princess is that? Make a man out of you. You know what I'm talking about. That movie. Mysterious side, the dark side of the moon. That one. I'm also hearing someone's gonna be going to, for Halloween. This is random. Someone for Halloween is gonna go to like a haunted house. It will be something significant happening at a haunted house, something like this. Okay. So current energies that are supporting you at this time. I'm hearing alienation, and we were talking about bettering your judgment, right? So separating yourself from a situation where there's unfair things going on behind the scenes. This is going to require you at this time to share information, to show up fully, authentically, to take very swift and quick action, to come out of indecision, and to leave something in the past. So that's the energy that is supporting you at this time. And Spirit is fully helping you take action to invest. I'm seeing either giving or receiving money. And I'm also seeing committing to something. So it could be committing to yourself, that you're going to be authentic. This could be within a relationship. But this could also be committing to leaving something behind. Yeah. So your emotions are communicating something that is unjust, unfair, and communicating how that can be a distraction, and it's creating indecision. So if you're dealing with something that's imbalanced, driven by like your lower nature or the past, it's time to leave that behind so you can be authentic, and there's something that needs to be communicated. This feels specific, so I'm gonna leave it at that. What's leaving your life at this time? Triggers. So you might have been going through a really triggering period that's ending, that's coming to an end. And I'm hearing solace. So there's forward movement, there's forward communication, there's some sort of I just keep hearing betterment of your judgment, ending of a really difficult cycle that was very, very triggering. And Spirit is saying your commitment was being tested. So you're no longer being tested. Now it's time to take action. It's time to be devoted to how you feel, show up authentically, and take action. Move, maybe go on a trip. There's just a lot of movement here. So what's leaving? Triggers. Maybe stagnancy. What's improving? Your ability to invest in what you know is right with a clear mind. No more indecision. Your ambition is improving, and your self-mastery is improving. You're learning that when you work hard, not meaning like overextending yourself, but working hard, like you're patient, you communicate with Spirit, you work with, divine timing, you remain committed, focused, it will pay off. So I want to say there's a new endeavor requiring you to show up in your ambition as your full self, to communicate clearly your ideas, and that is giving you some sort of self-mastery, some sort of like there's some sort of important decision making that needs to happen during this time. So that's what's improving. Feeling in control of a situation, especially if this is a new project or new financial situation. Feeling mentally stable as well, while also moving through like the push of ambition. When you're like really driven with something and you're really excited about it, it can be a very chaotic period. But I feel like you're very focused, and that's what's improving. And Spirit is just reminding you that it will pay off, and you will have the upper hand in the end. How the current situation will change things. Somebody's getting married. Someone's getting married. And if this isn't marriage, you'll be celebrating some sort of successful financial endeavor or successful home life. There's a party, a gift, something having to do with stable income and celebrating that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of shadiness that you're leaving behind or that is currently around you at this time, and or perversion. So please be aware of that. It's okay to trust the journey and know that in the end you will come out on the stable side of things within your finances. There will be some sort of either cycle completion or celebration here. I'm seeing someone get their nails done, hair done, self-care, eating good, eating healthy, attracting even more financial growth as well. So that's what change will come out of your current situation. What's being activated at this time? Karma. Spirit is trying to communicate to you about some sort of karma. Something is ending. Something very stressful is coming to an end. And I keep hearing alienation phase. So like I said, leaving something that's not right behind. Something that's just not right. And just know that this transformation, this transition period that you're in or that is coming up during this activation, it's going to improve your confidence. There will be, it will require that you forgive everyone involved as well. Make sure you forgive yourself too, so that you can have a fresh new slate as change occurs. Getting over something is going to be very important. Lots and lots of change as well. Just because you're going to overcome like one bad situation or see through one bad seed, that does not mean that there won't be more as well. So make sure you're listening to your intuition for the future. But I do see like a fresh slate here, but they're just saying like, this isn't over. There will be more conflict like this in the future, but at least now you know what this feels like. This wasn't right, So whatever currently is going on that's imbalance is not right. You'll be fine, especially if this has to do with your money. You're going to be fine. But what's being activated, change around some sort of stressful conflict. There will be more answers coming to you. There are ingenuine people involved, but you are good. You're very blessed. You're a very protected person. So it's coming to an end. It's definitely coming to an end. So embrace the change. Whatever changes, activate for you at this time. The message of wisdom from your guides is to be confident. If this is a committed relationship, be confident in your partner. Whatever you see within your partner exists within you. And just know that your union, if this is marriage, your union is supported by your ancestors, angels, and guides. Especially like deceased loved ones. They all agree with this connection because they see you as equals. So don't be distracted by the past. Don't be distracted by whatever triggers you've experienced, or conflict or stress. Forgive. They keep saying forgive, forgive, forgive. Make sure you're, using these past connections, situations, people to reflect and see, what you learned, things like this. yeah, especially if it required that you overextend yourself. I think there's another pile that talked a lot about that. So check out another pile if you feel called to. So yeah, I want to say message from your guides. Your masculine and feminine energies are very balanced. Leo season is definitely helping you with that. And if this is not just within yourself and this is about a partnership, there's some sort of a union and or healthy balanced connection here that is being supported by the higher powers or spirit. What's manifesting in your life at this time? Strength. Trusting your path, even if along the way it might not seem like it's moving very quickly or that there's much growth. And also being able to stand on your own 2 feet without the support of other people. Just knowing that if I'm meant to experience a specific outcome, all I have to do is be patient, and I have to be strong. I have to exude a lot of willpower, and that's okay if I do that alone, and that's okay if I just trust. So what's manifesting in your life at this time? Trust and strength, perseverance, even through difficulty and or slow progression. I really hope that this reading makes sense, because it's not really making sense to me, so I'm doing the best that I can. I just want you guys to know that. So if this makes sense, please smash a like button, because your girl's fighting for her life with this reading. Not really, I'm being dramatic, but you get what I'm trying to say. Honesty is essential. It's on the bottom. Yeah, so if you were dealing with like some sort of deception, foul play, this is something you're learning at this time. Abundance on the bottom. Perversion. Neglect, I'm hearing. So we have the twins. So if you're dealing with a person, you two are equals. If this is a connection, it could be same sex, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing the Queen and King of Wands. So these are 2 equals. And I'm hearing we got each other's back. So especially if this is a married couple. So we have the father. So I want to say there's a lot of healing of father wounds at this time, but also learning to embody the divine masculine energies. Understanding that obviously each, any energy, anything in this reality has a light and a dark side. So understanding those sides, those different variables is important at this time. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So someone's dealing with migraines. This is just a random download. Make sure you're eating every hour on the hour. Spirit is always saying. New beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So there's a lot of forgiveness work that needs to be done, especially if this has to do with the father figure. So we have Luna and Saturn. So I want to say there's a lot of deception around a situation, and it's to clean up the morale, clean up the duality within that masculine energy, even if you're feminine, cleaning up what's tolerable, what's not tolerable. The morale. Like, I'm I'm hearing codependencies as well. So there is a lot of confusion in this area at this time, and it's to help to build stricter boundaries. It's really necessary. Healing from perversion, I'm hearing. Heart-centered connections are very important at this time. Love does not give up, does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I feel like I needed to repeat that. So this next full moon during Leo season, this is a timeless reading, so the next full moon will be a time to work on your ego, to work on your father wounds, to work on your own inner divine masculine energy, to remember that you have what it takes to lay down solid foundations and to work through fears, anxieties, other people's motives, to see through them, to not let pride get in your own way. So continue to believe in the impossible, especially if you're getting a new beginning at this time, a fresh slate. Don't give up. Not a time to give up. Continue to believe in the impossible. Psychic protection is important as well, I'm hearing. Ask a question, and I'm going to roll this dice and get you an answer. You can ask anything. You can pause the video if you need more time. You can say it out loud. You can say it in your head. The answer is very soon, and with this Saturn energy, it's like I'm hearing dominance. And again, they're stressing forgiveness work. Someone may be experiencing like period symptoms at this time. Regulating your period is important. So going like on a health fitness journey for someone. Improving your well-being is really important. Establishing healthy boundaries with yourself. Discipline. And just know, like, when you're putting in hard work towards your own self-care, this is how you're combating the past. Whatever's happened in the past. Whatever needs to be let go of. So don't let pride get in the way of taking good care of yourself either, you know. Believe in the impossible. Believe you can start over at any time. Someone's getting a new purse. Someone needs a new purse. Like manifesting, you know, new money by getting a purse, or discipline by getting a new purse. Sorry. And I'm also hearing charity work. Did I tell you that your answer was very soon? Your answer is very soon. Okay, so this is your reading, pile 3. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I hope that this was helpful. I felt like I was shooting in the dark, but I think towards the end I started to kind of understand where I was, who I'm talking to, and what's up. So you might be married, pile 3. Some of y'all are married and working on a relationship, a spirit sanctioned relationship. Yeah, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if this was helpful. Send to a friend. Check out the other videos that we have on our channel. Support your girl. Support our little family, our little tribe. Yeah. Let's move on. Okay. Let's move on to pile 4. Pile 4, you are the ring. And I'm hearing courtship. And the song that's playing is Come Through by Drake. It does take me just a second to get these cards set up. So if you do not want to see the shuffling after this video is no longer live, you can skip ahead. I'm also hearing journaling is important for you at this time. I don't understand what they're saying. Hold on. Someone needs to look through their junk mail. But about the journaling, they're like, the best way to be supported by these energies is like to make yourself known to spirit. Okay, I've never heard this in this way, so I'm just gonna say it and then we're gonna work with it. They're saying like the best way to make yourself known by spirit, connecting with your guides and angels, is to write your thoughts. You're making yourself known. So I want to say cozying up with who you are, but also cozying up with the idea of having like support around you generally. Owning your thoughts and feelings. Someone's gonna be wearing a turtleneck soon. I don't know, this is random. Or like getting dressed up for an event, and it's gonna be like cool outside, so you might need like a turtleneck. Vibrant colors as well. You look good in vibrant colors. Pile 4. They're saying don't let this phase in your life pass you by. There's some really good friendships on the other side of your worry. They're telling me to tell you. They're also saying this is a specific message to someone going through something specific. Whatever happened, you feel like it only happens to you, and Spirit's like, you're not special. This happens, it's in a good way, like, you're not special. This happens all the time. It happens all the time, so be less hard on yourself. It happens more often than you think. Something to this degree. Someone's being watched. Like, I'm actually hearing private investigator. Please only take it if it resonates. And if you know that doesn't resonate with you, then just do not take it. Yeah, with that come through song, someone's like, can we kick it when I get home from work? Can we kick it when I'm, when I come in your city, when I come to your city? Like, someone's gonna ask you to hang out very soon. And the specific words is like, kick it, vibe. So be ready for that. Spending time. Also hearing nurturing touch. So this is like more than the homie. This is, this is maybe a partner, a buddy, Can I see you later? Someone's saying this. Like, you might be leaving an event and they're like, can I see you later? Can I come through? Okay. So what energies are supporting you right now? There is a lot of envy, negativity, judgment being thrown your way. But despite that, what energy is supporting you right now? I would say luck in the areas of pleasure, connection, and like wining, dining. Like I'm feeling someone out and about, dressed nicely, having dinner, like masquerading around. Okay, it's giving very much of that. So you might see someone when you're out and about. You may be having some sensual connections at this time. But I'm seeing that they're very healthy. It's not coming from like a controlling and or like damaged place. This is like healthy sexuality. Also like being recognized for being like a sensual person and or like a very caring, giving person. So if it's not all that, your dreams might be revealing things. So I want to say like your connections at this time feel really successful. Like you're feeling like I'm getting exactly what I want. This feels like a victory to me. I'm getting intimacy. I'm getting pleasure. I'm being pleasured. I'm happy. I'm whining and dining myself. I'm releasing anything that's toxic. I'm releasing projection. So this is the energy I'm seeing you in. If this is not your energy, this is either a future prediction or this is not your reading. So yeah, I want to say like finances are looking great. So you're able to go out and about, splurge, and also see through like, if you're not doing this, you need to start seeing through projection because you have a lot of envy around you because of where you're at in life, what you have, what you're able to do, being recognized in the position that you're in, having a lot of connections at this time. You might be seeing multiple people, but it's not giving toxic, honey. It's giving intimacy. So pure. I'm with it. So that's the energy that supports you right now. It's very beautiful. Don't let this, ill will, jealousy distract you because you look very abundant right now. What's leaving your life at this time? Hypervigilance. And I would say fear of taking action because there's some sort of lessons that you've acquired and Spirit's like, go ahead, girl, go ahead, get down. You know what I mean? Like, Spirit's like, go ahead, take action. You've learned the lesson. You went through the trouble. You know better now. So take action. So what's leaving? Hypervigilance. You're learning to embody whatever lessons that you've learned up until this point. And it's requiring a lot of confidence out of you. Maybe taking swift and bold action. Yeah. So what's leaving? Hypervigilance, fear. I'm hearing chasing as well. Chasing. Like imbalanced decision making and or attachment as well. Over attachment. So that's what's leaving. That's what you should be learning. It's like to not overgive my attention, not overly attach myself, but continuing to move forward with such lessons. What's improving? Your finances, your self-awareness, your ability to be independent, your ability to be strong and rely on your intuition and your own finances, to protect yourself. That's improving. To know your value. That's improving. Like you're a very highly, highly independent person. Grounded, abundant, sensual, nurturing, independent person. Very strong. Very, very strong. Non-competitive and non-conforming. Highly intuitive. Highly, highly intuitive. Very nurturing. So that's improving. Yeah, you may be going on vacation soon. Taking great care of yourself. That's improving. I'm very shocked by this pile. Hello. Nice to meet you. Please like, comment, subscribe. Great having you here. Like, you take risks. You're not afraid to move on your own. You're not afraid to take your time doing your soul work, reflecting, and you know how abundant you are. You know how lucky you are. You are like a gratitude is the attitude type of girl, guy. And you also are highly, highly psychic and self-aware. Period. Love this energy. 4, Paul 4 is how the current situation will change things. How your current situation will change things. Wow. We went from all this great energy to this. I feel like you might reach a period of sorrow. Okay. So you're learning to forgive yourself from like, this could be the past or this could be upcoming. It's situational. You're learning to forgive yourself for when you went through heartache, or you may go through heartache, and it affects your finances. You're learning how when I'm thrown off balance, my own internal balance, how that affects my material reality. So that could be an incoming change, or that is what you're bouncing back from at this time. So if there was judgment cast on your heartbreak that you went through, the troublesome times that you went through, financial changes that you went through, or imbalances that you went through, you're learning not to judge yourself. You're learning to bounce back from imbalance as well. So what change, how the current situation will change things. You'll have to learn to practice more moderation through periods of sorrow. That's the change that I think is required. So, I feel like you're going through a high period though. So it's like when those lows do hit, it's important to know, like, really practicing, I want to say, non-judgment, and like, you're a very grounded person. So I'm very confused by this message. I think non-judgment, self-forgiveness is really important. And I want to say continuously knowing your value, even if you're going through external difficulty and internal difficulty. So this may be the change to come, you know? Put things into perspective, I'm hearing. Don't second guess yourself, despite whatever circumstances you're going through. It's like you're too enlightened to be, it's like human to go through emotional, material conflict or imbalance. But at the end of the day, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know who you are. I feel like I can't really say any more on it because it feels like you're a very grounded, strong person. So I feel like I would be just preaching to the choir at that point. Feels very small and insignificant because I feel like eventually you would get to a place where you're like, I know who I am. I'm not gonna judge myself. I forgive myself. So forgiveness work again. I feel like I've said that throughout most of the piles. So if you feel called to another one, make sure you check it out. What is currently being activated? You're going to be victorious over some sort of imbalance. Maybe you're already practicing this. So that's the change that is occurring, I think. You're practicing to leave behind stagnant situations, imbalanced situations that cause you heartbreak. And that heartbreak does affect your material realm. I think you understand this though. So you already learned this lesson. This is when I get it. I get it now. Doing It Wrong by TMR. Check that song out. So you are having a victory over some sort of stagnant, hard, emotionally depleting lessons. And it's teaching you to respect yourself and to leave when things do not serve you. And when you're no longer benefiting from something, you are victorious in this. So that's what's being activated at this time. So this is all a part of this change. You're going from an imbalance to balance. And not only are you receiving balance, but you're going to be recognized for this lesson or put on some sort of pedestal or be sought after or looked at in a very high light for putting yourself first. So it will feel like a victory. You will feel very blessed after you release this imbalance and do that self-forgiveness work, like putting yourself on that pedestal, knowing your value. So wisdom from your guides at this time is continue to rest and heal, because you're going to be welcoming a lot of new friendships. And like I said, I heard blessed friendships. Like I said, I do see like multiple partners. So if you're going to be sexually active with multiple people, but I do see one specifically significant person. So very pleasurable friendships, connections, trustworthy situations coming in for you, pile 4. So I want to say forgive everybody, forgive the past, forgive yourself, because there's a lot better coming in, and to move through these triggers due to whatever imbalance you experienced with grace, so you can be more open-hearted and rest and do the healing work that's required to receive and be trusting of these new situations. It's very important. Is it time for me to turn on this light? Probably. Hold on one second. Voila. Okay. What's manifesting in your life at this time? I want to say empowerment. Being able to use your healing as a means to manifest the things that you want into your life. So I want to say going through these sorrowful times to come out on top. You're learning how, like, oh, my healing is a very powerful manifestation tool, and it teaches me to embody self-empowerment and confidence. And when I'm in my confidence and when I'm in my goddess energy or God energy, I can just speak to the universe what I want, and I get what I want, as long as I'm continuing to heal myself and cleanse myself and listen to my emotions and forgive everyone involved, forgive myself, reflect, things like this. Some good energy here, but they just really keep stressing self-forgiveness. Also, don't be distracted by people who are in stages of periods or, consistent arrested development. Like, don't gauge how successful you can be off of people's limited self-perceptions or inability to want to heal. Inability to heal. So look to your strength. You are stronger than you realize. Self-importance is key for you, pile 4. See yourself in a highlight. So your ancestors are communicating with you at this time. Make sure you're receiving or open to receiving. And then we have balance spirituality with practicality. So Leo season will be good for balancing, your ego, pride with your spiritual nature. I'm hearing also embodying independence, like in a practical way. So we have agape. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but every time I see this card, I think about alignment. And I also think about candle work. And I did hear candle work, but I wasn't going to say it. So if you practice candle work, go ahead. And I'm hearing Spirit say you got the job of your dreams. So someone's manifesting some sort of position that they want to play. And I'm using the word play because like remaining lighthearted within the positions that you acquire is important. So we have the mask. So this is about like putting on different masks and playing different roles, different parts, embodying different types of energies, to liberate the self. It also can be wearing masks to, hide the self, So whatever masks, or whatever you're aligning yourself to, it's important to be detached while also fully embodying what it is you're trying to manifest and or express, if that makes sense. Have confidence in yourself, even if you feel like you're taking on an uncomfortable new position. So we have honesty is essential. To be a loving person is important to speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So especially if you're, taking on a new position, a new role in life generally, or calling in something very specific, authenticity is important. Even if you're embodying new parts of yourself that you've always wanted to embody, but you just haven't yet. He also has a mask here too. So I want to say, do not operate out of a place of denial. Be honest. So then we have new beginnings. And I think I pulled this for another pile as well. Maybe multiple other piles. And then, like I said, the balance, spirituality with practicality. And then we have the koi fish here. So maybe look up what koi fish symbolize. Might be seeing butterflies at this time, or roses. I don't know if there's anything else I really need to say for pile 4. Make sure you're making time for what's important to you. Someone needs to let go of their ex. So if there's heartbreak from an ex, let that go. Let that situation go so you can be honest. So you can show up authentically and align to whatever it is that you want to, do, express, be. Make sure you're practicing healthy boundaries. Again, the more honest you are, the more in alignment you are, the less you have to work, the less you have to overextend yourself to prove anything. Make sure you're practicing healthy boundaries, especially if you are involved with multiple parties or meeting new people. Be self-contained. I feel like I don't need to say this, but this is just the card that I pulled. And then we have employment change. So that's what I was saying. I think you're going to be playing new positions, trying out new roles, new positions. So just know that this is a positive change for you. Spirit is letting you know that. Continue to balance your ego with who you are on an internal level. Even if you feel like you have to try on different It might be changing clothes. It might be, you know, embodying new different energies in different spaces. You can do that while also remaining authentic. I don't know what else to say. Think of a question. Hold it in your mind. You can say it out loud if you need to. Think of a question. I'm going to roll the dice. It can be anything. The answer is to take action. And I think this is going to be surrounding the boundaries that you need to assert when you're dealing with these connections. So make sure that your boundaries are communicated. Be honest. Be honest with everybody. Be honest about your limits. Be honest about what you like, what you don't like, how you like it. There could be like some sort of reconciliation. So don't let past connections get in the way of this, new beginning. I'm hearing share your stories, share your story. And I want to say value yourself. Value yourself. But I feel like I don't have to say that to this pile. So you didn't need this message, but maybe you needed just a little brush up to see what was going on, what Spirit wanted you to know. But you good, pile 4. This is some nice energy. Witchy Woman is playing by the Eagle. So I feel like I'm talking to my divine feminines. Expect some good news, pile 4. You're going to get some good news very soon, after maybe a very, very difficult time. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos. There's going to be more content on the way. Stay true, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later.